Good evening and thank you for joining us for KREM 2 News at 5. I'm Mark Hanrahan.
It's good to have you here tonight. I'm Whitney Ward. We do begin with breaking news right now. The Kootenai County Sheriff's Office says a 3-year-old girl has gone missing, and they are actively searching right now for Cassidy Shannon. She was last seen wearing a pink long-sleeve shirt with khaki pants, last seen near Forest Service Roads 413 and 434. That was right around 3:15.
She has blonde hair and blue eyes. She's about 3 feet tall and weighs about 28 pounds. K9 units are en route and will be working the area. You are asked to keep an eye out for her if you are in that area.
In other news, the woman suspected of shooting at a man, stealing his car, and then leading police on a chase on Friday faced a judge this afternoon. According to court documents, the victim, Micah McCandless, picked up the suspect, 22-year-old Deja Walter, at a parking lot and then offered her a ride. They said they did not know each other.
As he was driving her to a friend's house, court documents show that she pulled out a gun and pointed it at McCandless. It went off when he tried to wrestle it out of her hands. Court documents show that McCandless attempted to pull Walter out of the car, but he fell out instead, hanging on to the driver's side door while Walter drove away. Spokane police were later able to identify the stolen car and successfully performed a pit maneuver and arrested Walter on robbery and assault charges.
So she is now being held on a $100,000 bond.
Spokane firefighters took quick action to put out a house fire at a home in the Logan neighborhood this afternoon. The 5 Gonzaga University athletes who live there now have to stay with friends tonight.
KREM 2's chief journalist Amanda Rowley was the first reporter on the scene today. She is joining us now live from the scene. Amanda, what do we know about what caused that fire?
Well, Mark and Whitney, Spokane Fire have investigated the scene and they are saying an accidental electrical failure is what caused this home fire. Now, most of the damage is on the 2nd floor, and when I got here this afternoon, I saw a lot of smoke coming from that upstairs bathroom window.
At a home just blocks from Gonzaga University's campus, you could hear the damage before you could see it. The commotion on this block of Addison struck neighbors with worry.
I got a text and all I saw was fire in Addison House.
Shanley Sullivan didn't even finish reading that text from her landlord.
And then I got here and both sides of the street were blocked off, so it took me a while to figure out how to get to our house.
But to her surprise, she saw firefighters coming and going from the home right next door.
I feel absolutely horrible.
These roommates stood by and watched with worry.
It was really stressful to see those flames and just thinking of the worst case scenario that's already happening to them, but what if it jumps to our house?
This is home to 5 Gonzaga volleyball and soccer athletes. Spokane Fire Department says 2 students were inside when they smelled smoke. They called 911 and everyone got out safely. It took some time for firefighters to get a handle on the fire. Crews had to cut into the roof and back side of the home to put it out. SFD estimates $125,000 in damage to the home.
Now tonight, an emergency response team is here working on boarding up the home. There is just too much damage for the students to return here. So some of them told me they do have other friends and fellow teammates that they're staying with tonight. Amanda Rowley, KREM 2 News.
All right, Amanda, thank you very much. Taking a quick break from the headlines to talk weather. Cooler weather settling in after a weekend of sunshine and 70-degree temperatures.
So Chief Meteorologist Jeremy Legoo is here now with a look at how the week is shaping up.
Well, it's already been a pretty significant drop compared to where we were this past weekend, and it came with wind and a little bit of cloud cover and a lot of dust in the low levels of the atmosphere. 62 and kind of dusty out there. Notice the dew point, though. That's what's most impressive to me. We're all the way down to about 28. Gives us a dew point or a relative humidity of about 28%. That's really low, especially considering it is spring. If it weren't for the recent green up, this could be one of those high fire danger kind of days. When it comes to our wind, it is going to stay strong through the night and die down kind of early tomorrow. Our wind advisories in parts of the state do last until about 11 p.m. following the cold front that moved through. And that cold front is doing a number. It's not only dropping our temperatures down low, but in the atmosphere overhead as well. What that means is we'll see the chance of a few kind of isolated light showers. Those will arrive kind of tomorrow afternoon at first, and notice they kind of move in very popcorny, not going to be that widespread. The forecast models just always get a little overzealous, but I do think we have the chance of seeing a couple of those raindrops around town. Wednesday, we have a chance of seeing a little bit of snow in some of the valleys. Spokane, I think we stay pretty dry, but overall, it is likely going to start warming back up. It's going to be cold the next couple of mornings, down in the 30s, even down near freezing Wednesday and Thursday. But by this weekend, we're back in the 60s under sunny skies.
All right, Jeremy, thank you. Well, another day, another round of construction for the Inland Northwest. Take a look at your screen right now. We've got the City of Spokane map of ongoing street projects, and every yellow dot that you see represents a construction project.
And as KREM 2's Cody Proctor found out, these aren't the only projects happening right now. Cody?
That's right, Mark and Whitney. There are actually several projects now underway for the Spokane region. Some of them even kicked off today. That includes the Pines and Mission intersection, a project in Spokane Valley that'll start tonight, and the closure of Euclid Avenue between North Market and North Rouse Streets. That's part of the North Spokane Corridor project. So why are there so many projects now? Well, you could say it's actually right on schedule. Spring has sprung. And so have these road closed signs across Spokane, all part of construction season. Right now, the Spokane area is seeing several construction projects, with at least 10 currently happening within city limits alone, according to officials.
Throughout the season, it'll probably end up being between 30 and 40 projects throughout the entire season.
One big reason behind so many projects is Mother Nature.
We only get about 9 months out of the year to get that work done because of the weather impacts that we have with winter.
The city's not the only one with road work happening. Spokane County, Spokane Valley, and the state also have projects going on now, including Monday morning's closure of Euclid Avenue as part of the highly anticipated North Spokane Corridor project. WashDOT crews started rebuilding the road under the newly constructed North Spokane Corridor overpass and at the BNSF crossing. Communications manager Ryan Overton says this particular phase will include grinding out the existing asphalt, putting in permanent approaches, and redoing the road.
We're in a much more populated zone now than we were further up north, so people are seeing the progress. I think they're believing that we're actually going to get to the finish line, and we are. We're funded for completion.
The work on this phase is expected to last into next month, but issues with drivers also caused the city of Spokane to make changes to one of their projects. City officials closed off the 29th to 30th Avenue section of Perry Street due to too many close calls.
It's the inattentiveness and the speed that are the biggest problems.
Now, with those issues, Davis says the Perry Street section's the only one they have actually seen issues with so far, but she does want to remind everyone to drive slow and be cautious when going through those work zones. Now, as for the North Spokane Corridor, Overton says that project's fully funded and is on schedule to be done by 2030. In the studio, Cody Proctor, KREM 2 News.
Thank you very much, Cody. The U.S. Supreme Court is allowing Idaho to enforce its ban on gender-affirming care for transgender kids.
The justice's order allows the 2023 law that subjects physicians to up to 10 years in prison if they provide hormones, puberty blockers, or other gender-affirming care to people under the age of 18 to go ahead. Under the court's order, the two transgender teens who sued to challenge the law will still be able to obtain care. The court's 3 liberal justices would have kept that hold in place.
A federal judge had blocked the law in its entirety, saying it was necessary to protect the teens.